Cristiano Ronaldo. It's a name that, well, for over a decade, it just meant pure dominance in football, didn't it?
Oh, absolutely. You hear that name, and even now you think of sustained excellence.
Yeah.
Just relentless.
He wasn't just playing the game, he was like reshaping it, season after season.
It's an incredible legacy, really.
Mm.
His presence on the pitch was just immense. Consistently elite for so long. Few manage that.
Exactly. So today on the deep dive, we're tackling this big question. Just how good was prime Cristiano Ronaldo? And we're focusing specifically on that period folks call his cyborg era, which is roughly, what, 2007 to 2018?
Yeah, that sounds about right. It's a fascinating label.
It is. And our deep dive into the sources suggests it's not just catchy. It points to a time where Ronaldo seemed to consciously engineer himself.
Engineered. How so?
Like every single aspect,
Ah.
physical conditioning, recovery, that almost superhuman mental focus. He basically built himself into this unprecedented force.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Transforming himself.
Right. So our mission here is to unpack all that. Look at the surprising facts, the mind-blowing stats, the unique mentality that made him seem, otherworldly. We want to get to the heart of what defined him then.
And what's great is that our analysis, this deep dive, it isn't just based on opinions or watching old highlights, right?
No, not at all.
We're looking at detailed statistical performance, digging into the methods behind his success during those key years. So for you listening, the aim is to get a quick but really thorough understanding of the brilliance and, frankly, the sheer effort that made him such a unique player.
Okay, let's dig in then, starting with that transformation. He rocks up at Manchester United in 2003, skinny kid, loads of talent, but raw.
Yeah, very raw initially, lots of step overs.
Yeah. But our analysis shows that by 2007, he's almost unrecognizable, faster, stronger, much more clinical. What do the sources really highlight about that early prime, the beginning of him sculpting this cyborg?
Well, the key thing our material points out is that this wasn't just a lucky break or natural progression. It was deliberate. That 2007-08 season is really the explosion point.
Right, the double winning season.
Exactly. He bangs in, 42 goals? All competitions. Leads United to the Premier League and the Champions League. This wasn't just potential anymore. This was delivery on the biggest stages.
And he won his first Ballon d'Or that year, too, at just 23.
Precisely. A clear signal he'd gone from exciting prospect to, well, this undeniable self-made force. You can see the foundations of that physical and mental engineering really taking shape there.
Okay, so he establishes himself like that at United. Then comes the big one, Real Madrid, 2009.
The world record transfer. Huge pressure.
Immense pressure. How did that move, that massive spotlight, change his game further? What did our sources show about his impact right away in Madrid?
Well, you'd think that pressure might make someone crumble, right? But for Ronaldo, it seemed to forge him.
Yeah.
This is where the cyborg idea really solidifies. Our deep dive shows, in just 9 seasons there, he scored, get this, 450 goals in 438 matches.
Wait, more goals than games. That's absurd.
It's statistically ridiculous. He didn't just break Real Madrid's all-time scoring record, he obliterated it, past legends who'd played there much longer. It really speaks to his ability to perform under that intense scrutiny, something he clearly worked hard on cultivating.
The numbers alone are just staggering. But it wasn't just piling up goals, was it? Our sources really emphasize that period from, say, 2014 to 2018.
Ah, the Champions League dominance?
Yes, leading Madrid to 4 titles in 5 years, including that unprecedented three-peat. Beyond his own stats, what do the sources tell us of how he managed to lift the whole team to that level of sustained European success?
That's a crucial point. It connects the individual brilliance to the team's achievement. It shows he wasn't just a goal scorer. He became the focal point, the catalyst around which this generational success was built.
The data backs that up.
Consistently. Between 2010 and 2018, the stats show he averaged over 50 goals per season, scored 105 Champions League goals in just 8 years at Madrid, won 4 more Ballon d'Ors there. He wasn't just on the team. Often, he was the difference maker, the one driving those collective triumphs.
50-plus goals a season for almost a decade. It's hard to even comprehend that level of consistency. And our analysis picked up on some absolutely phenomenal Champions League records from that era, too.
Oh, yeah. There were plenty.
Like 17 goals in a single UCL season, still the record, right? Most hat-tricks in Real Madrid history. 67 goals just in the knockout stages of the Champions League, the most ever. First player to hit 100 UCL goals for one club. It paints a picture of him practically dragging the team through the toughest competition at times.
Which brings us back to that central question our deep dive tried to answer.
Yeah.
Beyond the numbers, what were the actual mechanics behind it? The physical, the mental engineering?
Right, the cyborg element.
Exactly. That name wasn't just hype. It reflected a very deliberate construction. Take his speed, for instance. The sources mention a 0-30-meter sprint time under 3.6 seconds. That wasn't just about being fast. It was a weapon.
How so?
It consistently gave him that critical half-second edge on defenders, enough to create space where, for most players, there just wasn't any. And then there's that vertical leap measured at 78 centimeters, which is huge for a forward.
Meaning he could challenge taller defenders in the air?
Consistently. It turned almost every cross into a genuine scoring threat, added a whole different dimension to his attack, you see.
And his technique was obviously world-class, too, engineered in its own way. Those knuckleball free kicks, the bullet header, it was all elite.
Absolutely. Precision work.
But what seems to really set him apart, based on our sources, wasn't just the physical, it was that mentality, that almost ruthless drive. Every match treated like a final, every goal a statement.
Precisely. That's the core of it, isn't it? It wasn't enough to have the physical gifts. He maximized them. Relentless discipline, an almost scientific approach. Our deep dive really highlighted how he engineered his body.
How specifically?
Meticulous recovery methods, optimizing sleep, a highly personalized diet. He turned himself into an absolute machine.
No.
And those knuckleball free kicks you mentioned, they weren't just powerful. The physics were key.
Minimal spin.
Exactly. Minimal spin created that unpredictable flight path, made them incredibly tough for even top keepers to judge. Swerving late, it was calculated.
And all that engineering, the physical and the mental, it really showed up in the biggest moments, didn't it? The source is full of examples. Crunch time, he was arguably the best.
Oh, definitely. You think of those iconic moments.
Yeah, like the hat-tricks against Atletico in the Champions League semis, that ridiculous bicycle kick against Juventus where the Juve fans actually applauded him.
An incredible moment. Or the back-to-back Clasico winners, that really high-pressure penalty in extra time in the Champions League final against Atletico, too.
Nerves of steel.
And you can't forget the hat-trick against Spain in the 2018 World Cup either. These moments just vividly show his ability to deliver when everything was on the line.
Great.
Many great players might tighten up under that kind of final day pressure. But Ronaldo's mentality that every match is a final approach, the sources describe, points to this unique psychological setup. High stakes didn't cause paralysis. They seemed to trigger an even higher gear.
A different level of mental strength.
Absolutely. Arguably as rare as his physical talent, he didn't just rise to the occasion, he consistently rose higher.
So let's wrap this up. What does it all mean? Prime Cristiano Ronaldo. He wasn't just another great footballer. Our deep dive makes it pretty clear he was a phenomenon.
Truly.
Living proof, maybe, of what obsessive work ethic, that unwavering self-belief, and that relentless self-engineering can actually achieve. The analysis kept coming back to this. He didn't just rely on talent. He actively built himself into what many call the most complete forward ever.
He conquered all those elements, didn't he? Power, pace, precision, pressure. His career, especially that cyborg era, it's like a masterclass in self-improvement. The constant chase for excellence. It's not just the goals, but the whole philosophy, the conscious design behind it all.
So, back to the original question. How good was Prime Ronaldo? Well, good enough to define an entire era of football.
No question.
Good enough to be right at the center of the debate for years and years. So given everything we've unpacked today, the stats, the engineered body, the unbreakable mentality, those clutch moments, what does Cristiano Ronaldo's prime teach you, the listener, about the heights you can reach with that kind of dedication, that conscious engineering of your own potential? And maybe, where do you place him in the all-time conversation now?